We are getting ready to meet Joe Hyde, the founder of Comicare. Comicare is one of our missions this year, trying to raise $2,000 to help this group. Okay, so we're not live, but we're here recording. We got Joe Zeff Hyde. I'm going to flip this camera around so everybody can see. So I've got Joe Zeff Hyde here from Comicare. Joe, thanks for joining us today. We've got a few questions for you. The inquiring minds want to know, obviously, you're one of our three people that we are working to fundraise for this year. Can you tell us about what you and your team does at Comicare?
Sure. Comicare is a charity group that delivers comic books and superhero experiences to children in hospitals.
That's what kind of hospital.
What that is we have the nation's best superhero actors who dress up as different superheroes who really go for the immediately recognizable superheroes. They encompass the qualities, the characteristics, the personalities, and really go in character. And go into these hospitals where kids are held up for sometimes weeks, months at a time. And now they're in the hospital, in a bed, in a room for the weekend, again. And that's the fun, is when they think they know what their day holds. And surprise, in walks Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Wonder Woman. And you see their face light up. And it's that we shoot for. And then on our way out, we go, hey, do you know anything about comic books? Do you ever read comic books? Do you like comic books? And we'll bring in a big box of comic books. Instant comic book collection. Here you go, pal. Have fun, read up, do what you like.
How did you get started with that? I mean, what inspired the idea to start this up?
It's kind of a culmination of a number of things. I have a friend from high school who spent time in the hospital with leukemia. He had visited the hospital and said, I was in a hospital, I see these people, I want to go leave my comic books there, because that made a big thing to me. He told me what comic books meant to him when he was in the hospital. That was a release, And so he said, you think you can get my comic books to a hospital somewhere? And I said, I bet more than that. I bet I can get a lot of comic books to a lot of hospitals. I know a lot of people who would do that. And then after a few visits, just dropping off comics, somewhere it clicked where, hey, I know a buddy who's got a Darth Vader suit. You want to come with? It's somebody's birthday. They probably like Darth Vader at her birthday. And seeing that reaction, went, wow, this is the angle here. And so started scouring the comic conventions, the cosplay community for some really good superheroes who want to do this. And that's the key, is we really needed the right person. So instead of running around and going, I'll take you, the best that's in the room, or the best I can find. No, really holding out for who's good. And that's when we brought in AC Tony Stark. And, fantastic. I mean, built the organization with us, because he provided that shining star for what cosplayers can be and what they can do for the community. And also he showed that we can find the right people. We'll hold out and find the right people. They're all volunteers. They all create their own costumes or source their own costumes, put together their character. But boy, you should see them in action in the hospital. Their look is one thing, you're right. But when you see them with the kids, it's another level.
Now, so you say your people are all volunteers, they make their own costumes. What does it cost for this group to fund trips to these hospitals? Is everything privately funded? Do you guys rely on donations? How does it work? How do you get the money you need to do this?
It's neat. At the very beginning, I kind of bankrolled it with what we've always been very lean. But everybody donates their time, and our trips. Yeah, if we go out of town, especially, our hotel room will be paid for. Fuel will be paid for. Any kind of parking or entrance to things like that, Comicare pays for that. On occasion, we even have to buy comic books, oddly, for the amount of comic books that are donated to us. As far as what it costs, depending on where we go through the country, if we go over to LA and visit an LA hospital or an Orange County hospital, it probably costs us about $1,000, I think, for that. Maybe less, $500 to $1,000, because LA's so close. If we're going to Cleveland, probably more like $2,500 for a visit.
You mentioned that you bring comic books and presents to the kids, which is very cool. How does somebody request your services? I mean, do you just go to hospitals at random, or could people call and say, hey, my kid's down in the dumps, can I have Captain America come visit?
Yeah, we do both. We set up periodic visits with children's centers around, and we'll show up there, and the staff will take us room to room and through the playroom, wherever they want when we're there. Sometimes there's some empty rooms, and so they'll take us over to the emergency department, whatever they need while we're there. And so we'll go visit one kid or 1,000 kids. You never know what difference you're going to make, who really needs it. It's no failure to us or no less to us to go visit one room as it is to go visit a whole wing of the hospital.
And is that something they can get in touch with you through the website?
Absolutely. They can get in touch with us at comicare.org. They can find us on Facebook. They can find us on Instagram. They can contact me through email directly, zeff@comicare.org. Yeah.
Awesome. And how many hospitals do you visit on a yearly basis?
How many hospitals? Oh, that's a tough one. Number of visits a year, we're usually good for 30 to 50. So we work with all of them here in town. It's about 6 or 7 of them. And hospitals throughout the country, we've been to 20 of them.
How many superheroes do you have on your quote-unquote payroll, your non-payroll?
Our normal superhero staff that we keep that are actually a part of the group, the inside, I think we're probably 6 or 7. Last thing we want to do is have to explain to somebody who's here visiting them. The superhero walks in, the kid jumps on his bed and goes, Spider-Man!
Mm-hmm.
Happens all the time. That's great.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've been into comics since I got really heavy into comics when I was a teenager.
All right.
Deadpool. Speaking of Deadpool, that's a tough character for us. Comicare recently brought in a Deadpool, and he's the best around.
Sure.
If he walks up, you're like off the movie screen, right in front of me. That good.
That's great. Do you ever get any flack for mixing universes? I see you got pictures of Batman and Wonder Woman hanging out with Spider-Man and Tony Stark.
The hardcore nerds isn't even a bad word anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
The hardcore nerds will kind of give us a little flack, like on social media, but we sort of have a wide audience because our cosplay is so good. Our guys are so good. They get a lot of attention from the cosplay community.
Good. Well, I mean, you're helping kids, so it really shouldn't matter what you're dressed up as. Well, Joe, I just want to say thanks so much for your time, and we'll get this out to the community so they can see the work you're doing.
And we appreciate our association with you. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for everything. Thank you to your supporters that are coming through for us. Let us know at Comicare if there's anything that we can do for you.
Awesome. You can come check out their awesome team at Comic-Con this year, I'm assuming, yes?
We're generally around. You can find us.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joe.